It's important that everybody understand what really happened. The things that Jarrell says about me are not accurate. I simply tried to help him, and I never held him against his will. When my son arrived on the property, I was convinced that he was in a marijuana-induced psychosis. He was psychotic, the way he was looking, the way he talked to me. Jarrell told me that God had told him that no matter what happened, he could never be hurt, and that I needed to listen to him, that there was God, there was Jesus Christ, and then there was Jarrell.
Hey, Jarrell, come on in, bud. It's raining.
At one point, it started to rain, and he took off his shirt. Lightning bolts started to hit. He said, "Nothing can harm me."
Jarrell, there's lightning. Get in here.
He sort of looked back in defiance and was waiting for a lightning bolt to strike him. He would just get super erratic and start screaming and yelling. Sometimes he would be talking to people that weren't there. You could say he was hallucinating. That continued for 3 days, maybe 4. Eventually, he was put into the psychiatric hospital. Jarrell does need Dr. Phil's help. I love my son and tried to care for him. I did not commit any criminal acts against him. He needs to see me as his father and not as a criminal.
Well, Peter, it's good to meet you. So I'm really curious because it seems that what you did, the actions you took, were extreme.
There's another whole side to this story.
I'm anxious to hear it.
So, this wasn't the first time I've experienced Jarrell having drugs and being psychotic, so that's the first thing.
Okay, let me stop you so we can do this step by step. How did you determine he was psychotic?
He was talking to people that weren't there, he was screaming, he was yelling, but prior to that time, he was showing behavior that was really alarming. Just really heightened responses, very agitated. And so, I could see that he was suffering. I asked him weeks before, I knew he was smoking a lot of weed, and I was concerned about that. So I asked him, how much are you using? How often? And he was like, I smoke at night, I smoke in the morning, I smoke if Tricia and I get in an argument, I smoke. So there was a lot of responses to how often he was doing it, and that prompted me to think, he's pounding this stuff pretty hard, and this is affecting his behavior.
What day did you go to the compound?
Well, it's not a compound. It's a piece of property.
What day did you go to the 32-acre piece of property in the desert?
I was
that
up.
We're hunkering down for the second coming.
Well, I went up Wednesday or Thursday of that week. So I was up there working on my property. You can see the picture here, trying to develop a new house for my wife and I.
For the second coming.
No, Tricia, it's not that simple.
It's the truth.
Okay. You guys want to attack me or listen to what I have to say?
That's just what that's what you're building
reality
it for.
of what's going on.
That's what you're
Well,
doing
okay,
it for.
hold on. Let me ask. So this was August 12th?
The 12th is the day he arrived.
Yeah.
But he's in a cannabis-induced psychosis, right?
I'm explaining what's happening here.
No, actually, you're not.
I'm trying to.
But you did take him there on a certain date.
I didn't take him
He was
anywhere.
brought there on a certain date.
That you guys arranged.
Okay, and that was this year, correct?
This is just in August.
Because he was seen at the regional medical center in August also. I don't know if they have the same training that you do about this, but they said that the patient has experienced some situational problems, but he was not found wandering, that he is compliant, that he has not been sleeping, but that he's not showing any extreme anxiety, not showing anger, not showing paranoia. There's no delusion. There are no suicidal thoughts. There's no self-injury inflicted. There are no hallucinations, and that his symptoms are described as mild.
Yeah, he came out, of course, and ran away from me. And what's the first thing you said?
I have a bus pass and I'm going back to my life.
And did you say, I want weed, I want weed,
I
get me
never
my
ever
weed?
said that. You kept trying to get me to go in your car and tell me that you would get me weed if I hopped in.
No.